welcome to this afternoon / morning / evening live stream. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I have missed doing these writing live streams. And yeah, we're gonna have a nice chill afternoon. Hello, if you're watching the replay, I hope you also have a good time here. I'm already having a good time. Yeah, I went on the most beautiful hike of my life yesterday, and today it's just I'm still having such a good time. I'm really happy today. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Let me know where you guys are at. I understand that this time was voted on by I think 9 people. 9 people in my yes, I made a post on my community tab, and you all by majority said you wanted it at this time. So that is why I'm here at this time. It has been a while since I've done a live stream by myself. I think the last one was I don't think it was May. I think it was was it May? It might have been May before I left for Germany. And that just feels like I feel changed as a person since I did that. I don't even remember it. That's how different I feel. But I am super excited to get to writing today. Today I'm working on, as you can tell, I'm working on Project Faye, and I just got feedback on the previous chapter that I just written. So I got a lot of stuff to do today. For one, I'm going to be splitting chapter 10 in half to become chapters 10 and 11, which I'm not mad about because anything that gets me closer to the midpoint in terms of word count is great. But yeah, hello guys and welcome. Let me know what you I was gonna say y'all, but it came out as a mix of the two. Let me know what y'all are working on today. I will be writing Project Faye. I think I have about So I have a whole new chapter to write, and I have things to fix as far back as chapter 8, and I don't think I'm going to get through all of these things today. I wrote this much notes, and this is 8 things on this list, so I probably won't get through it all today. But I need to go back and fix something for continuity. I will be splitting chapter 2 in half, changing what will become chapter 11 into more of a party setting, so that's fun. And I will also be adding new characters, not new characters, but characters that were not previously there into the party. It is a garden party, in case anyone wants the specifics. We will be seeing the new characters being added are the rival of the main character and the love interest, at least one of them. There are 3 in this book. Loving it. But yeah, this first sprint I'm just going to use to I guess start fixing those tiny continuity things and just figure out how I'm going to attack the rest of the edits I need to make today. I also I would love to figure out today how exactly I'm going to get to the freaking midpoint, because I don't really know. I also forgot what the midpoint is, but I'm sure I'll remember it as I get back into Project Faye. I haven't written in it since, let me see, the last, when can I? Since, I guess, June 23rd, but those were just comments. Yeah, I wrote in it on June 19th. That was the last time I wrote in it, so just under a week ago. So I'm looking forward to incorporate all these edits and chart the course a little bit further into the future. I know events between chapter 10, what I'm working on now, and the midpoint, but I forgot what the actual midpoint is. I know there's going to be party, drama, another kind of party, but different, like a convention kind of thing. And then I don't know, and then midpoint, but I forgot what the midpoint is. Yeah, I'll need to remind myself what that is. Hello. Hello, Rose. I don't remember if I've seen you before, and I apologize if I have seen you before, but hello, welcome. Also, let me know what time zone you're in, because it is, for me, it's 3 p.m. because I'm in Germany. So this is, just thinking about people waking up right now, that's crazy to me. Because I've been awake for actually not that long. I woke up at like 10:30 on the dot, and then I got out of bed at 11. Then I played, where is it? I played Legend of Zelda for about until 1:30. Then I filmed a video, and then I made a thumbnail for this live stream, and then I watched some authorship videos, and now I'm here. I also ate at some point there. Oh, it's 6 a.m. 6 a.m. in California. Why are you awake? That's funny because I actually mentioned I mentioned in my announcement on my Instagram that I was doing this about people awake on the West Coast, and I didn't actually think anyone was going to be awake on the West Coast because 6 a.m. is quite early for me. The only time I ever wake up at 6 a.m. is because I have like a 9 a.m. or a 10 a.m. flight. I try my best to avoid early mornings at all costs, but I'm glad you're awake because that means you're going to have a productive day, Rose. I lost my train of thought. I think I was going to say something. I don't quite remember what I was going to say. Was it about Project Faye? What I was doing today? I don't remember. They do hockey on Sunday? I guess that makes sense because your sons have early morning hockey. I'm just trying to think about hockey as but it's a Sunday. I don't know why this is confusing to me. When I was in high school, no, was it high school? It was mostly middle school. Was it elementary? I don't know. I was a preteen, younger than a teenager. I did swim team, and those were like very early mornings, but it was during the summer. And I don't think we had practices on Sunday. I think they were just like weekdays, but don't ask me because I don't remember much of that experience. No, you're fine. You're fine. It's my fault for getting confused. Sometimes my brain just has moments of silence and then I don't have any words to say, but that's fine. Maybe we should hop into the first sprint for today. So let me pull up my timer. Hold on. I can't talk and do this at the same time. I opened my timer tab and it hadn't integrated it into StreamYard yet, but now I have. So let me go ahead and do this. As a reminder, friends, my timer end sound is a bird song. So if you hear birds in about 15 minutes, it's probably me, not you. And it means it's time to come back together. So I hope you use this first sprint as like a nice little warm-up, as a time to organize everything you're going to do for the next 2-ish hours with me. Have a snack, go get some water, maybe make your coffee if it's early morning for you. Yeah, just like do any small thing that you need to do to get ready for the writing. So I will see you guys in 15 minutes in 3, 2, 1. Happy writing. All right, friends, that was the end of our first sprint in which I forgot to put the banner up, but that's okay. How did we all do for that? I luckily do have some very good news to report. I edited all the tiny continuity things that I needed to do from chapter 6 to 8, and now I just have the hard part of splitting chapter 10 into 2 and then like beefing up chapter 11. That's mostly what I need to do today. But yeah, I have had a good start. Feeling good about it. I need to lean back more, or else I will like develop this constantly hunched position. So I'm gonna lean back for a moment while we chat. Yeah, I always say that. I always say, yeah. I filmed a video earlier today, and it was a writing projects update video. So not my monthly wrap up, which I also still need to film. But I was updating that video about what's been going on with Seaside, what's been going on with Project Faye, the one I'm working on today, and Project Popstar. If you missed it, I do have a new Project Popstar video, and honestly, I don't even think you should watch the first 2 videos in that playlist because I was very cagey about what the heck was going on with Project Popstar. So watch the 3rd video, the most recent video in that playlist if you are going to watch it, because that's the one that makes the most sense. And I summarize everything that happened in that project since November of 2021. So there was a lot to cover, but I'm figuring it out. I'm making progress in Project Popstar. Not today, thankfully, not today, because that project is very challenging just because of its format, characteristics, and nature. It's not a simple book to write. But Project Faye is simple in the fact that it's filtered through one perspective, and that is third person past. I'm finding it I'm having a good time writing Project Faye. It's really good. And for those of you who are joining me, let me know what you guys are writing today. Let me know what time zone you're in. Currently, it is 3:30 for me because I'm in Central European time. Yeah, there he is. There it is again. Yeah. Now I've cursed you too. You can't unhear it. You're gonna pay attention every time I say it for the rest of this live stream. Mostly I cut those out in my videos, but here is unfiltered, baby. Today, for the random sprint at the end of this live stream, we have a new deck of cards to unveil that I got recently on a trip to Prague. I've been quite a lot of places since I've been in Germany. I've been to Augsburg, and I'll try to do them in order. Also, let me give some context. I'm in Bavaria, which is the south of Germany, kind of like the country version of the United States. So I'm in Bavaria, which is in the south, and basically how you get anywhere is you have to take a regional train to the Munich train station, and then you can go a whole bunch of places. So I've been to Augsburg, which is like a small 50,000 person town. That was nice. I saw the Mozart Museum. I think that's in a vlog as well. It's in like my first like writing vlog in Germany. That was fun. Went to Munich as well. I like that less than Augsburg. I think because I'm more of a quiet town, small city person instead of like a big bustling city person. Where else have I gone? I've gone to Where did I go after Munich? I think after that I went unexpectedly to Italy because my partner's sister was going to be in Italy and she invited us to come. And then I was in Prague the next weekend, and that one was planned. um, and that was I think 7 hours to get to Prague. So, a journey. And then where the heck did I go? Was I just in Prague last weekend? There's no way I was just in Prague last weekend. I don't know. Yesterday I went to Füssen, it was so beautiful. I had the most gorgeous hike of my life. Like, Füssen is even more south of Germany, and it is right on the border between Germany and Austria. So, like, Swiss Alps are like right there. And so I was hiking in Füssen, and it's a very old city, like with like great views and hiking. Like that's why people go there, is to do hiking. So that's what I was doing, and I just so beautiful, so green, wonderful temperature during the day. Um, the water is so freaking blue. Like I was not expecting that, and I took lots of clips. I think I'm going to be making that into a video on this channel, even though it's not even it's it's like the vaguest writing video I've ever done. Like, it's not even a writing video. It's more of like a refilling the well, making my case for moving to Germany video. um, yeah, it was so beautiful. I had such a good time. I was very grateful that I got to be there yesterday. Where am I going next weekend? I have no idea. But I'm trying to travel as much as I can while I am in Germany. Oh, and you might not know this, but in Germany, you can get a regional train subscription, and it's only 50 euros a month. So it's a good thing that I don't like pay for the train tickets every time I get on the train. I can just like go on trains as much as I want every month. So that's great. Um, and I've been utilizing that a lot. You can't use it for the express trains, which is a bummer, but I understand because those trains make a lot of revenue because they are expensive train tickets. But yeah, I can go like pretty much anywhere in the south-ish of Germany. And if I can't go there, then I can take a regional train to a bigger train station, where I can figure out trains from there. I would highly recommend, if you do come to Germany ever in your life, would recommend using the train system to travel as much as possible, and also getting the Deutschland ticket, which is the 49 euro a month train subscription, which also works on subways and buses. So it's very handy, very neat. If anyone has any topics to bring up, anything to chat about, don't be shy. I love talking to y'all. So do not worry, but also don't feel pressured. Don't feel pressured to speak up, because I know some people prefer lurking on live streams. But I do want to be honest and say that when people also talk back to me, it is way more engaging for all of us. Not that we're not having a good time now, but we could be having a better time. I always feel so awkward when I drink out of a mug. I don't know why. I'm also out of water, so I'll need to fill that for the next sprint. The next sprint will be 25 minutes, and then we will have a 35-minute one after that. Then our last sprint will be, as usual, a random number of minutes. My when I was in Prague, I got this new deck of cards, and I'll show you the back of it, but I won't show you the front of it yet. It's very interesting. It's not how we think of normally as a deck of cards. Like, this is not a normal card deck. So I have peeked at it because I was like, what the heck is going on with these cards? And I did do some research as to what the heck, what game you played this with. So I have done a little research on this, and it's got really cool art that you'll see later. But yeah, if no one has any conversational topics to bring up, we can start the second sprint. I'm also kind of stalling because I don't really want to do this hard thing to split chapter 10 in half, because it's going to take me freaking at least an hour of work to do. But no writing gets done just sitting around and waiting. Am I right? That's not the right view. Here we go. Let me reset this to a good 25 minutes. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice, productive sprint. Hopefully by this time, you guys are getting into the groove of things, just like I will force myself to be. Well, it's not really forcing myself. It's just like begrudgingly doing the thing I love to do, which is writing. Like, poor me. I have to do this thing. Yeah, I will definitely get some more water. Probably have a snack because I did have lunch a while ago. So I'd like to have a little snack. So yeah, there it is again. I will see you guys in 25 minutes. In 3, 2, 1. Happy writing. Okay, that was the end of the second sprint. If I sound a little annoyed, it's because I was in the middle of a sentence, as I normally am when the timer went off, but that's okay. I am back. We are back. I'll be honest, friends, I spent 20 minutes of that sprint eating cheese and crackers, and then 5 minutes working on chapter 10. So not much progress for me, but that does not mean I would not have more progress in the future. I'm fine. Also, this is a great idea, Ben. And also, when I type your name like this, does it look orange for you, this username? Because I'm always curious, because this thing happens on YouTube when you do that, but I am specifically streaming from StreamYard, so I want to know if me manually typing also does that function. Because honestly, I have no idea. I'm not getting any feedback from the StreamYard interface that I am addressing you specifically. Like, there's no tag. It's orange for you? Great. Awesome. I'm glad that works because I get no feedback from StreamYard whether or not that's working. But that's great. So I made like 3 comments in chapter 10 to orient myself towards what the heck I gotta do. But I got a lot of work. Got a lot of work ahead of me. Hello, Lady Neo. 2? Has there always been a 2 by your name? Am I just now seeing it? Hello, welcome. Also, has there always been a 2 by your name? I was gonna say something. It's gone. I don't remember. The cheese and crackers in question. It was. I'll get the crackers because it takes some explaining. They're right over there. Okay, coming back. They're not like really crackers, but it's not bread. Like, it's kind of like a rice cake, but I don't know. Something that I have noticed as like a cultural thing being in Germany is like the snacks are just different. And like if I want a cheesy snack, there are no cheesy snack foods. And as someone who loves Cheez-Its, those like air puffed white cheddar Cheetos, I'm sure I like other cheese things. Oh, I love white cheddar popcorn, but like the skinny pop version, I think. Or it might be Boom Chicka Pop. It's one of those. I love cheddar cheese Pringles. Something I cannot find here in snacks. There are no cheesy snacks. And this, as like a person who loves cheesy snacks, it's quite distressing. Oh, this is your other channel? Okay, got it. That makes sense. And what makes it even worse for me is that there are orange bags of snacks, things that look like they could be cheese. But you know what they are? They're always paprika. And I'm like, what? Why? Why is paprika a common flavor here? And isn't that just like red bell pepper? And I don't like bell pepper, so like I go to get an orange can of Pringles. I'm like, oh my god, they have the cheese Pringles, and every time I'm fooled because it is paprika. and I get so sad. I tried buying something that looked like cheese puffs as well, but they're just salt. They're just salt. They're not like butter. They're not white cheddar. They're just salt. So I'm struggling. I'm struggling with the snacks here. I have not, in fact, bought a single snack that I have really liked in Germany, at least in the salty variety. The cookies, the chocolate, all the sweet snacks, those slap. Those are all good. But the salty snacks, I'm having trouble with. It even says ideal for snacking and extra. I think that means crispy. But I don't like the flavor of these by themselves. So I had to like cover them in Camembert cheese. So that's what I was eating. I hope y'all are here for this cheese and cracker content on the live stream. Yeah, also like the way they do their nutrition labels is different. Everything has like a metric of here's what 100 grams of this means, instead of like you eat 3 crackers and 3 crackers has 2 grams of fat and 90 calories. Instead, it's like in 100 grams of this, here is this. And it's like that for every dry food. For liquids, it's 100 milliliters, I think. It might be 500 milliliters. I have this thing. What are you? Oh, it's water. I don't think it tells me on water. It doesn't say anything on water. Also, I don't buy bottled water. This is just a bottle that I fill with water to put in the fridge. Also, the water tasted really weird here when I arrived. Like it was, I think there's more calcium in the water here because it tasted like milky. But I'm over it now, thankfully, because I did not like the taste of water when I got here. I'm still not really super fan, but I'm not going to buy a water pitcher when it's perfectly safe water. It is an awful snacking experience. It has been quite a difficult loss, but hopefully we'll be back together again in August. But things just aren't looking hopeful for me right now with me and cheesy snacks. So hopefully we'll get back together again in August, but just have to wait and see on that. And while I'm on the topic of Pringles, the Pringle varieties are very different here, and I have not yet bought a Pringle variety that I actually liked. So twice I've bought 2 cans of Pringles thinking, let me get closer to the cheese Pringles I love. And the first one I bought was sour cream and onion because I was like, okay, I know what sour cream and onion tastes like. It's going to be good. I can settle for that. But no, it tastes different. It tastes like sweeter and more oniony, which I don't like. I like salty. I like that salt and tang. I don't like the onion was strong with this one. And the next one I bought was cheese and onion. And I don't know why, like if I didn't really like the onion flavor of sour cream and onion, I went and bought the cheese and onion one. I'll tell you why. I did it because it said cheese. And I was like, oh, this says cheese. I'm going to have a cheesy snack. No, it was onion with just a little bit of cheese. That's what it was. Other flavors I have seen include pizza, spicy paprika, sweet paprika, original paprika. I don't know what it is, but the paprika. Sour cream and onion. Have I even seen original? I don't know. Maybe I should just buy original because I know what that tastes like. least I think I know what it tastes like. I got burned with the sour cream and onion. They might be completely different here as well. Also, like, oh, I've seen ketchup Pringles. There's also been like lime and paprika, like spicy paprika and lime. I don't understand it. I will say, if you can get a bakery pretzel, those are good. Those are good salty snacks. I forgot to mention those. But like they're not like a packaged snack thing. But the bakery pretzels, even the grocery store pretzels, are really good. Love those. There are two kinds of pretzels that you need to know about if you come to Germany. The first one is the butter pretzel. They're going to bake a pretzel. They're going to cut it in half, like long ways. So you have top and a bottom pretzel. They're going to put butter in it. They're going to heat it up again. You now have a butter pretzel. I ordered one of those on accident one time. It was really good, but also a lot of butter. So if you're not a butter fan, maybe don't get that. The second kind, at least for me, the only relevant kind for me, is called a pepper pretzel. And this pepper pretzel is basically like what you think of like as a soft pretzel, but on the top is these really tiny grains of salt and like fresh cracked black pepper. And it's the most like savory, slightly spicy, salty. And like the other day, I had a warm one for the first time because I got there. They must have just baked them at the bakery. But it was so good. I almost cried because I was having a bad day. But like the pretzel was so good. It like cured my sadness for that day. It was really nice. And then I brought a second one for my hike yesterday in Füssen. It was really beautiful. I also, for some reason, did not get hungry at all during that hike. And I was hiking for a solid 5 hours. I think I was just creating so much dopamine and serotonin that my body was like, you're good. You're in walking mode. You don't need to eat. I did eat the pretzel, but after that, I wasn't even hungry. And I don't know. It was a really good day. I had a good day yesterday. It is really good. And honestly, I think the hiking and the pretzels are the two things that are going to be hardest to walk away from when I move back to America in August, because I have to. But like, I'm only 40% kidding when I say I want to move to Füssen specifically, where I went yesterday for the hike, because it's just that beautiful. So I don't know, maybe check back, watch this space, check back this channel in like 3 to 5 years. Maybe I'll be in Füssen. And if you don't know how to spell that, I will put it in the chat. That's how it is spelled. The umlaut is like Füssen, not Füssen. Füssen. I guess I have a little bit more food talk to talk about, unless anyone wants to like talk about something writing related, which why would we do that at this point? This stream is not, this isn't a writing stream. This is a German food review stream. I've had 3 kinds of beer while I've been here. I got a sesame seed in my teeth. Three kinds of beer since I've been here. First one was Helles beer, which is like a light beer. And that was in Berlin. It was good. Nice, drinkable. I didn't think I was a beer person, but I find I can easily drink beer if I like the beer. But it just depends. Second beer was also in Berlin. It's called Kölsch. and it is specifically from Cologne, and it was even better than the Helles beer. So like it was very, very good, very crisp. And then the third beer I had after my hike in Füssen yesterday, and it was also a Helles beer, but it was from Munich, so I just think it was like a different kind. I didn't really like that one, but I drank it because I bought it. Because you understand, if you buy something, you're gonna eat it because you bought it. Yeah, so I think if I am in the opportunity to get beer at a German restaurant and German establishment, I would try to get Kölsch again, because Kölsch has not missed for me yet. Diego, if I come back in August, I will miss Oktoberfest, but legally, I cannot be here for more than 90 days anyway, because that's how the Schengen zone operates if you're not like a citizen. I don't have specifically a work visa, so I have to leave in August. I'm also Oktoberfest is like, I don't think it's my vibe. I would appreciate the festival nature and probably the beer, but I've heard it can get like it's quite sweaty. It's also quite like a lot of drunk people, and therefore it can be lots of high-strung people, and now they're drunk, so a little bit of a might be a violent situation. Yeah, and I'm also not really a huge crowd person, so I'm not worried about missing Oktoberfest. I also have my master's to complete next year, so I want to I will be sad to leave in August, but I also want to leave in August. Maybe one day, what I do want to experience in Germany is I do want to experience the Christmas time. So that is Weihnachten. And there are like specific Christmas markets. Ever since I started taking German in college, I wanted to spend the Christmas time in Germany because it's like a big deal here, and there's lots of Christmas markets and Christmas cookies and like Glühwein, which is like a warm. It's kind of like sangria, like a warm sangria, like a spiced wine. Sometimes has fruit in it. Yeah, I'd like to do that someday. It won't be this year though. Man, I love talking about German food, German stuff. Because I'm experiencing a lot of things, and I'm charging my computer. Hold on. Not a silly question. Do the seasons of the year affect your writing in any way? Is there a season that you find most inspiring? For me, it's autumn. Summer's exhausting here. When you say here, what do you mean by here? Where are you? If you're in Europe, I get it, because there's not really air conditioning. So I completely understand that. It's not hold on, let me pull it up so I can see it. I'm going to say yes and no to this question. I'd say the weather of the day affects my writing more than the specific season it is. So, and that correlates with seasons as well. So in winter, if it's cloudy and gray for multiple days in a row, which it often is in winter, I do get like emotionally affected by that. I feel like I'm just like a less happy version of myself, honestly. And I don't think that's unique to me either, or my situation. I think a lot of creative people feel connected to nature, and if the weather, the seasons, if they are like down, then the person will also be down. Is there a season I find most inspiring? Well, I'll go back to the cloud thing. Like if it's raining, if it's been raining for like a straight week, then I'll start to feel sad because I haven't been able to like go out in the sunshine. I really think my mood is tied to the pleasantness of the weather outside. If there's a season I find most inspiring, I guess summer because of the time period it is in. Because summer for me has historically, because I've been a student for like 90% of my life, summer has been vacation. It has been like when I have the most free time to actually focus on my writing. So I think for that reason, summer is inspiring to me. And I also feel like I get so much writing work done in the summer. Because I'm so busy in the spring, winter, and fall with my schools and studies. Yeah, that's why I would say summer. But to be honest, I also have not experienced a summer in Europe before. Like I've been once before in 2019, but I'm pretty sure I had air conditioning in those hotels I was in those Airbnbs. So yeah, maybe when it gets hotter summer, I will change my mind. But right now, I'd say summer is a pretty inspiring season. I actually find winter the most difficult for me because it is also cold, and I do not like being cold at all, as you can see from my current attire in June. Yeah, don't like being cold, and also weather is bad in winter. So yeah, I think snow is pretty though. I feel like all seasons have their ups and downs. Then again, I haven't seen snow in a while. I live normally in North Carolina, so I'll be going back there in August. Yeah. I'm glad I'm missing out on how humid it is right there because I know today in North Carolina, where I live, it is like 85 and 80% humidity, and like I'm so glad I'm not there right now. I think I'm gonna head into the next sprint. Feeling good. Thank you for your question, Diego. I always like being engaged with questions. Where's my banner? Why can I not find it? Here's the banner. Okay. I also need to set up the time. Is this right? That's right. Let's make that 35 minutes. I also had to, during that sprint, I also shut the blinds. I shut the blinds because for those un-Europeanized, the way you manage the heat in your home is through sun control. And so that's what I also did for that during sprint. So that's why the lighting is different now. But anyway, let's hop into our third writing sprint. Thank you guys for being here, joining me, suffering through that food talk. But I will see you guys again in 35 minutes, starting in 3, 2, 1. Happy writing. Okay, that is the end of the third sprint. If you hear a child, there's a child outside. Not sure also why it stopped at 1 second, but here we are. I feel like that was a good sprint. I didn't get as much work done as I thought I was going to, but I still would say that I did get work I needed to get done. So it was still productive in that way. What was I saying? Yes, there was a child outside, and it just distracted me for a second. But I'm back, and I need to straighten my spine again. How was that start for y'all? What have you been working on so far today? In terms of what I did, I found a place to split chapter 10 and started to make chapter 11 more like a garden party. Like there were people there. Earlier it was just like an artist venue, like here's a bunch of art stuff and like people can come in to buy it, and then I made it like a social event, like a party. I can give you guys a little context about what the heck I mean by artist and party. So in Project Faye, we are dealing with like a renewed society after a war and a famine and a disease. And through the help of Fae magic and the charisma, wisdom, bravery of King Cedrin, of course, this is the image that he projects onto the world. He has saved the kingdom and secured the kingdom everlasting health and food. So these things are secure in the society. And meanwhile, the society has shifted to focus on other things like the arts and inventions and science. They don't need to worry about medicine or food, like those two things are covered. But so we are dealing with a kind of pseudo-Renaissance era society. And so Myra, the main character, she was just introduced to this society. She's introduced herself as a potter, someone who does pottery. Meanwhile, she's also trying to figure out the truth of what happened 40 years ago when all that war, famine, and disease suddenly stopped. And she's like really curious and obsessed with this idea, like how was the king able to do all this? It just doesn't make sense to me. And the society is aware of the Fae. They believe that the king was able to secure these things from Fae and learn their secrets and provide those gifts for the kingdom himself. Now, whether or not that's true is for Myra to figure out. And so, yeah, Myra has been in the society for about a month now, and this is her first time she is showing her work to the public. And it is a party. And there is so many. I haven't added the love interest into this or the rival into the party yet. I'm just like editing the first half of the party. Myra's gonna have lunch with some of her friends, and then the two other people will come after lunch in the middle of something dramatic that happens. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Lady Neo finished 1.5 pages of the sequel to one of your stories. You're on chapter 6. That's great. And you typed up chapters 1 through 5. And when you finish this chapter, you will type it up too. Oh, right, that's right. You're handwriting, aren't you? I use handwriting when I need to work something out. When I was in my very first book I wrote, actually, not even Seaside. That book was handwritten in pencil, might I add, which did lead to some problems because sometimes the pencil would. It was one of those cheap med notebooks that paper would rub against each other, and so sometimes the pencil was faded, and I had to go back and like try and figure out what those words were. So that was fun. Anyway, it is time to talk about how we're going to do the fourth and final sprint of today. If you guys can keep chatting while I do this, in fact, I invite you to keep chatting while I do this, but I'm going to introduce our deck of cards for today. So this is from Prague. I visited Prague, I think it was 2 weeks ago. These cards are very different, very unusual. This is my most unusual card deck. So you can see it is much thinner than a normal deck of cards. It is, can you see that? Hold on, other side. It is 32 cards. And I don't know if like the cards, they're called Horashi Karti, but that is what I've got. And I think it's such a beautiful design. But it's a very thin box, and it is very different. Like this is not like a normal deck of cards. And by normal I mean like it's not like a Western deck of cards. It doesn't have the suits you would expect. It also doesn't have the numbers you'd expect either. In fact, there are no numbers on these cards. It's just shapes. This deck reminds me of the Spanish card deck I have as well, but I didn't bring that with me. And so there are 4 suits on this deck. I think this one is called Bells. And then we've got Hearts. This is 10. What's this one? This one is Acorns, interestingly. We've got Acorns. And then the 4th one, I think they're just leaves. Wow, that's a pretty card. I like that one. But also, the numbers are quite different, and it starts with 7. So I'm going to have to shuffle these in a second, but I'm just telling you the numbers that we're working with is going to affect how we do this card pull for the final sprint. But we've got 7, 8, 9, 10, and then this is called Undernight. This is Overnight. And then this is King. So I'm thinking, oh, and then this is Ace. This is Ace. And then it starts over at 7. So I'm thinking for the purposes of this deck, we are going to combine the numbers on here and a Western method. So we're going to look at, hold on, we're going to look at these cards as their normal numbers, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then these will be 1, and then, hold on, I can't do this backwards. And then this will be 11, 12, 13. So this would be like Jack, Queen, King. Hopefully that makes sense. So we got options are 11, 12, 13, 1, and then 7 through 10. So we are automatically dealing with a higher card pull that is possible. So let me know how many cards you think we should pull, because on it, like, it's high. I don't even think we're going to pull an ace. So this is likely to be at least a 30-minute sprint. If we pull 4 cards, it would probably be around 40 minutes if I pulled 4 cards. So let me know how long of a sprint you guys would ideally like to have, and I will try to pull maybe 2 or 3 or 4 cards. In the meantime, I'm going to shuffle this one more time. We got leaves, acorn, oh, still acorn, and hearts. Ooh, is that it's a unicorn. I love the art on these cards. They're so pretty. And Diego, I did think about visiting Kafka's house, but I realized I looked up reviews for it, and it was like, yeah, go if you like Kafka. If you don't really like Kafka, if Kafka's not your thing, it's probably not for you. So that's why I didn't go, because I'm not into Kafka. But what I did do in Prague, I went to the Baroque Library and the Astronomy Tower, and that was cool. It was also raining. It was raining that day, so we got rained on. I went to a music festival that was a little ways away from Prague. I think it was called the Rock for People Festival. And what else did we do? We went to something called the Illusion Museum, which is kind of like a touristy thing, but it was still pretty cool. I think if I did anything else, I mean, we went on like the bridge, the famous bridge. We saw that square with lots of pretty churches and architectural buildings. We saw the astronomical clock. You know, did some touristy things. Did some an elephant. Did some museumy things. Yeah, it was good. It was very, very beautiful city. Yeah, it was cool. Oh, there was also in the Czech Republic, there is also this thing like this dessert. It's called a Czech donut, and it's basically a tiny little donut hole, but like really good and filled with Nutella. Man, I could crush like, how many did I eat at once? I want to say 3, which doesn't sound like a large number, but I don't really like eat a lot of sweet stuff in one sitting, and it was really freaking good. Also, for some reason, the hummus from Lidl, it was really good. I don't know why the hummus was so good. Randomly. Wow, that's beautiful. That's so pretty. That's the ace. Hopefully we'll pull it so we get to see it. Yeah, they're paper cards as well, so they're a bit not as slippy as normal cards. Yeah, I've had a really good time hanging out with y'all today. I don't think, am I doing anything next weekend? No. So I will probably be back here next weekend, and I'm looking forward to it. I might take a day trip somewhere on Saturday. That seems to be my thing. But otherwise, I will look forward to being back here on Sunday. Do they have good beer in Prague? I didn't have any beer in Prague. I had an Aperol Spritz, and it was good. Oh, we also had like lemonade, but the lemonade was like it had actual lemons and limes and pieces of ginger in it. So good. Very, very nice. Also cracker pizza. And by that I mean I'm astonished at how many countries do not get pizza right when they're so close to Italy relatively. Because I've had better pizza in America than I've had in Prague, and that doesn't make sense to me. I also had better pizza in America than Germany, and that also does not make sense to me. But the best pizza was in Italy, I'm gonna be honest. And what I mean by cracker pizza is like the crust is literally as thin as a cracker for some reason, and I don't know why. I mean, I'm fine with thin crust, no, but I mean it was crispy, like a cracker, and like with like barely cooked tomato sauce on top, and it's a little. Ooh, dropped a card. It's a little sketch to me. Because y'all are so close to Italy. Y'all should know how to make pizza. Oh, is Pilsen the kind of beer I should have had? Is that the same thing as a Pilsner beer? I've heard of that before. I'm not really a inoculated, assimilated to like beer culture. When I was younger, all I would drink was like wine because I thought I was like a wine person. Like I liked wine. I was like, yeah, I'll just drink wine. And I never had beer because people I was with never had beer. My parents have beer, and so, slowly I started to have beer. And the beer's good. Beer's pretty good. But not IPAs. I do not like IPA. I don't know. It's probably just because I'm I don't drink that often, and I don't like alcohol to taste bad. That's just, I don't know, it's just my opinion. So anyway, if anyone wants to chime in about how long or how many cards I should pull, that would be greatly appreciated. I'm getting close to the point where I'm getting tired of shuffling and ready to pull. They do have very famous sweet wine. Well, what is it? I need to have it. I like sweet wine. What kind is it? You can't drink beer, you hate the smell. That's actually the same for my partner. That's why I didn't have a lot of beer, like, early on. But I mean, I get it. Like, it does smell weird. And I also thought I wouldn't like it, but then I drank it, and I did like it. So, it tastes like bread. I like it. Pull 5. Are you sure about that? Are you ready to sprint for over an hour if I pull 5? If you want me to pull 5, I'll pull 5 because I ain't got nothing to do today. I just want to make sure you're prepared to sprint for at least 7 times 5 minutes, which is that 35? I think it's 35. It's Liebfraumilch. That's weird. That means like darling milk. Or frozen wine. Can't remember. Gefrorene Wein. I will look into this like sweet German wine. Hold on. It's a white wine. Cool. I like white wine. I'll look into it. Although I have had muscadine wine, which is native to North Carolina. Did not like it at all. But who knows? Maybe if I see it out at a restaurant, I would try it. Just for you, Diego. Speak now or forever hold your peace. We're gonna pull 5 cards. Hope everyone's ready. Who knows? I might get all aces and a 7. It might be as short as 11 minutes. Probably won't be though, because that's just how math works. One moment. You got 30 more seconds to chime in. If you want less sprint, more sprint. No. We're not pulling more than 5. I'm calling a cap. We've never pulled 5 cards before, Lady Neo. You're making me do this. Well, it's going to be an adventure. We're going to find out. We're going to get lots of progress done. Okay. 5 cards it is. So, it is shuffled enough for my taste. I'm going to cut that. And let's do this thing. Okay. I think this is 9 because there's no 10 on the top. We have like, this is a rabbit and leaves. So that's 9. If someone could keep track of the math, that would be wonderful because I can't host and do math at the same time. Oh, okay. You know, it is one of the lower cards, so that's fine. This is a 10. Oh, and I also know these cards have a specific story behind them of like trying to... These cards have something to do with the garden party and like making matches between people, but I'm not quite sure. This is beautiful. It's a beautiful card. I wonder if can I get it close? Yeah, that's about as close as I can get it before it goes fuzzy. So 19 already. Okay, this is the ace. This is the ace of bells. That one's also, okay. I don't know what these are. Are these like cats? These must be like a mythical, like mythology, folklore kind of creature. Because I don't know what a cat with 2 tails is. But yeah, it's very pretty. Yes. Okay. So that's 20 minutes. Okay. We got 2 more cards. Oh, is this another ace? Oh, this one. Oh my god, this one's so freaking pretty. So this one has do you see it? This one has a little castle inside of a chalice and a dove and roses. That's so pretty. I love it. This is why I connect. This is why I collect cards. They're just so unique and wonderful. So we got 21 minutes. Let's see what that last card is. Okay, this is 8 because it's even number. And look, there's a tiny little dog in the corner. How cute. Yes, this is the guy announcing something, and he's got 8 acorns. So we have this many minutes, and I think this is somehow a manageable number of minutes. So we got 8. Hold on, do it this way. No, hold on. Start with 10. 10, 9, 8. No. 10, 9, 19, 20, 29. We got 29 minutes, y'all. I'm pretty sure. I think it's 29. 29. I can handle 29. Lady Neo, if this has disappointed you, remember, you said 5 cards and we pulled 5 cards. I'm very glad that this was not in the 50s or in the hour mark. So, thank you, cards. We are having, did I say 28 or 29? I think it's 28. 28 minutes. Okay, so I will set a timer of 28. Not 29, 28. Yeah. It's called Ice Vine. Oh, that's duh. I should have guessed that. It's not called frozen wine. It's called Ice Vine. That makes a lot more sense. Ice Vine. You said it's a bit expensive. Well, I will try it if I see it. Yeah, I'm glad it wasn't wild, but it very well could have been. We almost went into disaster, but we're fine. The RNG gods have smiled upon me today in this beautiful deck of cards. So, friends, we are now entering our last sprint of the morning / afternoon / evening, wherever you are. Thank you guys so much for joining me, for talking to me and engaging with me for this time. And when we reconvene, we will talk about our progress that we have gotten today. Yeah, I hope you use this last sprint as a nice final push of effort for your project in this short period of time. Okay, see you guys in 28 minutes. And 3, 2, 1. Happy writing. All right, friends, that is the end of our final sprint of this live stream. How are we feeling? How did we do? I would say I've now successfully separated chapters 10 and 11, and I'm working on. Wait, am I working on chapter 12? Hold on. What was I working on? Oh, I am. Okay, so I edited what I needed to in chapter 11, and then I started working in chapter 12, which is after something dramatic happens. So I'm writing the aftermath of that dramatic thing that happens at the party. And also, I've successfully introduced the love interest back into the scene. Still need to bring the rival back, but she will appear in like the next page. So I got it handled. Oh, I should lean forward to actually look at the comments. You wrote 2.5 pages, Lady Neo. That is wonderful. And also quite quick, 28 minutes. Yeah, I'm glad I got this progress done today. I'm glad. What am I going to do after this sprint? I'm not sure. Actually, let me check my word count, because my goal for the end of June was to reach 50,000 words in this document, and today I'm at 48,963. So I'm close. I have like 1,100 more words to write. Yes, I think it's very doable between now and the end of June. In Lady Neo's book, a new person entered the fight to save everyone and help them escape. Oh, I love that. I love when that happens. Like a new character is introduced in the middle of action. I love that. So yeah, I'm trying to write 50,000 in Project Fae before June 31st, and I think it's very doable. Now, do I know what I need to do, like what those 1,100 words are going to be? Not really. I'm assuming I'm going to be adding more to chapter 12. Yeah, it'll probably be chapter 12 that takes me there, because my chapters are like 3,000 to 4,000 word long chapters, so it'll definitely come from there. Thank you guys so much for joining me today and for hanging out, for being good sports with the cards. I am close to my word goal. I might do some writing later tonight, but I feel like I'm definitely done for this session today. Yeah, I am. One of the reasons I'm so close is because I decided to embrace longer chapters for this book. These are the longest chapters I've ever written in my whole life. Seaside, the book I wrote before this one, like the max chapter was like 2,200 words. Like I was keeping it on average. They were like 1,600. They were very, very short chapters. Thank you. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day too, Lady Neo. And you guys, I hope you continue to have a productive day, productive, like, I don't know what I was going to say with that. I lost it. You wrote 13 pages for a chapter. That's pretty long. It's pretty long. Lynn is trying to finish the reversed outline of your last 9 chapters by June 30th. We're so close. Yes, so close. Thanks for stream. Thank you for being here. You too. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end it now. Thank you guys so much for coming, and I will most likely see you here again for next Sunday at the same time. Check your time zone, and on YouTube it'll show you what time it's going to be in your time zone, so you don't even need to worry about it. Subscribe to this channel if you want to see upcoming videos that have to do with Project Fae, or I guess that hiking trip I went on yesterday. I'm probably going to post that as well. I make all kinds of writing content here and have a lot of fun with it. Yes. Okay. Finding my outro. See you guys later. Bye.